Welcome to Voice of Stories. Discover tales that inspire, captivate, and bring words to life. Subscribe for unforgettable stories.
The hospital room was unnervingly still, as though an invisible hand had pressed mute. Normally, the birth of a baby brings excitement and joy, but this time, the air was heavy with unease. Dr. Martinez held up a small, fragile baby girl with curly, light-colored hair that shimmered like soft golden clouds. She wore a sweet pink onesie, but something felt off. Olivia and Ethan, the baby's parents, exchanged worried glances. "Is she okay?" Olivia asked, her voice trembling. Dr. Martinez offered a reassuring smile, though it didn't quite reach her eyes. "She's perfectly healthy, but she looks a bit different." Olivia and Ethan stared at their newborn with uncertainty. The baby's face was swollen with unusual marks scattered across her skin. Her tiny hands seemed deformed, twisted in a way that made them uneasy. This wasn't the picture-perfect baby they had imagined, the one they could proudly post on social media to show off to their friends. As they left the hospital, neither of them spoke much. Olivia carried the baby carrier awkwardly, as though she were holding something heavy and foreign, and Ethan kept his eyes on the floor. At home, the silence was deafening. The baby's nursery, which had been carefully decorated, now felt cold and distant. Olivia placed the carrier on the floor and didn't even pick up the baby. "What are we going to do?" she asked, her voice cracking with doubt. "We can't show her to anyone. What will they say?" Ethan didn't answer. Instead, he just shook his head, clearly lost in his own thoughts. 3 days later, in the dead of night, Olivia and Ethan made a heartbreaking decision. They drove in silence to Happy Hearts Orphanage, leaving their baby girl at the front gate with a note that simply read, "We can't take care of her. Please find her a good home." As they drove away, neither of them could have imagined the incredible journey the baby would take, a journey that would leave them speechless. A challenging start at Happy Hearts life at Happy Hearts Orphanage was not easy for the little girl. The other kids were unkind, calling her names like Lumpy and Squash because of the way she looked. She had trouble eating with utensils, as her hands were slightly deformed. But among the cruelness, there was one person who saw something extraordinary in her. Miss Harmony, the kind-hearted caretaker at Happy Hearts, always took the time to offer words of encouragement. "You have something special inside you," Miss Harmony would say with a warm hug. "A light that's brighter than any star in the sky. Never let anyone make you feel less than amazing." Miss Harmony named her Poppy, after the vibrant flowers that bloom in the spring, because she saw in her a beauty that was different, but just as beautiful. Rising above the darkness. As Poppy grew older, she became more resilient. While other kids mocked her for her differences, Poppy turned them into strengths. She practiced writing until her once messy scribbles became graceful, flowing letters. She even became the reigning champion of games like hopscotch and shadow tag, inventing her own rules to fit her needs. When she was 8, a new girl named Zoe arrived at the orphanage. The moment Zoe saw Poppy's face, she screamed and ran away. Poppy was devastated and hid in the bathroom, crying. Miss Harmony found her and wrapped her in a comforting hug. "Remember, sweetheart," Miss Harmony said gently, "true beauty comes from within. Your heart is the most beautiful part of you." This moment sparked a transformation in Poppy. She vowed to be kind to every new kid who came to Happy Hearts, no matter how they reacted to her appearance. She became the unofficial welcomer at the orphanage, always ready with a smile, a friendly greeting, and an offer to play. Discovering her passion. By the time Poppy reached her teenage years, she discovered something amazing. She had a gift for creating art. Her uniquely shaped hands could mold and sculpt clay in ways that were nothing short of magical. Poppy's sculptures were a beautiful mix of strange creatures, abstract shapes, and bright colors, just like her. She titled her collection, "Different is Beautiful," showing the world how truly unique and special she was. One day, Mrs. Sparkle, a local art gallery owner, visited the orphanage. When she saw Poppy's creations, she was blown away. "These sculptures are incredible, Poppy," Mrs. Sparkle exclaimed. "You have a rare gift. I want to help you show the world how special your art is." Thanks to Mrs. Sparkle, Poppy's first art exhibition was a huge success. People came from all over to see her colorful sculptures, each one telling a different, beautiful story about growing up and embracing differences. As Poppy's fame spread, she received a surprise offer. A woman named Jasmine, a scout for a modeling agency that specialized in showcasing diverse and unique talent, approached her. "We believe in celebrating people who look different," Jasmine said with a smile. "We think you'd be a perfect fit for our agency." At first, Poppy couldn't believe it. A model? Her? But with a deep breath, she agreed, remembering Miss Harmony's words about embracing her inner strength, from art to runways. What followed was a whirlwind of photo shoots, fashion shows, and magazine covers. Poppy became an icon in the modeling world, celebrated for her one-of-a-kind look. She inspired countless people to embrace their differences and showed the world that beauty comes in many forms. But as Poppy's fame grew, so did her curiosity about her past. One day, she came across a comment online that hit her hard. "Who could abandon a baby? Only terrible people do that." The words cut deep. Poppy decided it was time to uncover the truth about her birth parents. The search for answers. With the help of Miss Harmony and a private investigator named Jack Sloan, Poppy began the search for her biological parents. Jack, a former detective, dug through records, following the trail from the orphanage to a small town nearby. After weeks of painstaking investigation, Jack found the names of Poppy's parents, Olivia and Ethan Thompson. Heart-pounding, Poppy decided to visit them. A shocking visit. Poppy stood in front of a suburban house, dressed in a glamorous outfit that contrasted sharply with the life she had once known. She knocked on the door. When Olivia and Ethan saw her, they were stunned. They had never imagined this moment would come. "Hi," Poppy said softly, trying to hold her composure. "My name is Poppy. I think I'm your daughter." Olivia's face went pale and tears filled her eyes. "It can't be," she whispered. "We made a terrible mistake," Ethan said, his voice shaky. "We were so scared. We never stopped regretting it." Poppy took a deep breath. "I didn't come here to make you feel guilty," she said gently. "I came to show you that the baby you left behind grew up to be someone amazing, someone beautiful inside and out." She showed them pictures of her art exhibitions, magazine covers, and all the incredible things she had accomplished. Her words were kind, but firm, as she reminded them that true beauty comes from within. The path to forgiveness. "I don't know if we deserve your forgiveness," Ethan said, his voice full of remorse. Poppy smiled softly. "Forgiveness isn't about who deserves it," she said. "It's about healing. It's like fixing a broken heart." Before leaving, Poppy offered them a chance to rebuild a relationship, slowly, like planting a seed and letting it grow. As she left, she felt stronger than ever. She had faced her past, embraced who she was, and come out on top, like a warrior, with a heart full of light. A heartfelt call. Back at her apartment, Poppy called Miss Harmony. "How did it go, sweetheart?" Miss Harmony's voice was warm and full of love. Poppy smiled, her eyes filled with tears of joy. "It went exactly how it needed to. Thank you, Miss Harmony. You were right all along. I'm beautiful, just as I am." Miss Harmony laughed softly. "Oh, sweet girl, you've always known that. Now the whole world can see it too." Reflection. Embracing our differences. What do you think? Have you ever judged someone based on how they look? How can we learn to appreciate the beauty in our differences? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.